How's it going, guys? I'm Mattk, and here with me today is the Qube, and today we're going to be talking about the JL versus the SS. Anyway, it just concluded this week, so we decided to just go ahead and give it to you all in bulk. So we're just going to be talking about our thoughts, what's going to be going on in the DC universe, and the major events that happen in each issue.
So let's start it off if you haven't been keeping up with the story at all. So at the beginning of the JL versus SS comic, Justice League versus Suicide Squad, we find somebody, Maxwell Lord, releasing a bunch of prisoners from what seems to be an underground bunker. Each of them having very specific powers and very specific weapons related to a certain team that was ran by Amanda Waller a very long time ago, the very first Suicide Squad. So, at the beginning of the comic, with the regular Suicide Squad, Deadshot, Harley Quinn, and all, it seems that they're being attacked by the Justice League and are about to be taken by the Justice League before Killer Frost basically absorbs Superman's sun rays juice.
I think they want to say it's. They say in the comic it's his life energy, but that's kind of represented by heat.
Yeah.
Yeah. She does something weird there with that.
I'm not even really sure, but she just absorbs the sun ray juice out of. She absorbs the Sunny D right out of Superman and uses it to basically stop the rest of the Justice League and capture them. And when they all end up becoming new Suicide Squad members. Oh boy.
That issue came out a while back. Did that even last? Because I remember that was like...
Nope, that was like a half a second of that they were the Suicide Squad members. They were just like, imagine though, and then that was it.
Yeah, that's right. And then Amanda Waller was like, no, seriously, I need you guys to protect me. And then we had that great scene where the Suicide Squad's just like busting up. Like you're a dumb bitch. Why would we do that?
Yeah. So, for those of you who don't know who were on the first Suicide Squad, we got Maxwell Lord, Emerald Empress, Dr. Polaris, Johnny Sorrow, Rustum, and Lobo.
And this is the original. I didn't mean to interrupt you there, Q, but this is the original Lobo, or so we think. With DC Universe, or with the DC Rebirth relaunch, kind of, we now have a new Lobo. There was an old Lobo who was also new. It gets very confusing, but it looks like this guy's here to stay, while the other one is trapped in a bottle, as we can see in Hal Jordan's Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah, he's trapped by Larfleeze and a older version of Brainiac.
Yeah, so we'll explain that in
another issue
in due time. Yeah, but you guys, just so you guys get the facts.
Yeah, so we see them all come together and basically decide that they're gonna kill Amanda Waller, unbeknownst to Maxwell Lord's true intentions was to get into the base at Blackgate. Where is it exactly?
You know what? It escapes me right now. But he basically goes just to get the Eclipso Diamond.
Yeah,
and that's the important thing to take away from it. And with the Eclipso Diamond, he uses that power to take control of the Justice League and change the world in his image, kind of what he views as a safe world.
It gets pretty intense because what ends up happening is he ends up controlling the Justice League through the Eclipso Diamond at first. It's like not only just like mind controlling them, but it's like amplifying his powers just to touch anybody near him. And then what ends up happening is he literally releases his power amongst like the world, and everybody starts killing each other, including the Justice League, including the Suicide Squad, besides the members that manage to escape, which are like Batman, Lobos, I think Killer Frost.
Yeah.
Like a handful of them basically manage to make it out before the rest of the Justice League and Suicide Squad end up following Maxwell Lord Eclipso Supreme.
Yeah, and what ends up happening is Max ends up utilizing the Eclipso crystal so much that there's just this crazy scene where he starts vomiting blood, and blood's dripping out of like every orifice of his body, and we see him turn into the new Eclipso. And for those of you who aren't sure who Eclipso is, if you know about the Spectre, who's the spirit of vengeance for God, Eclipso was the former spirit of vengeance, and he's just a general bad dude. He did the whole biblical flood. So he's a very big villain to have in this issue, like a very A-list threat that the Justice League and the Suicide Squad kind of team up to fight against.
What I'm really interested in is there's like a handful of little references throughout the comic to basically what's happening in the new Rebirth stuff, like little hints at the whole story of what's going on. We see two members in particular of the old Suicide Squad, Johnny Sorrow and Emerald Empress, both mention something related to Rebirth that we've seen before. Emerald Empress relating to Saturn Girl, who was in the jail, and Johnny Sorrow.
Arkham Asylum.
Yeah,
exact. Yeah.
And then Johnny Sorrow mentions that his god, the Mother of Tears. I'm sorry, I don't exactly remember what the character's name is.
There's tears in it. We know that much.
Yeah. So basically, he mentions that this universe that he can see through because he can be in multiple universes at once, I guess. He mentions that this one's been tampered with. It's been altered somehow. So basically, we're getting at the idea that somebody's actually literally just changed the entirety of the universe at their own whim.
And that kind of follows what we've been following along in DC Rebirth, where we kept. I mean, by now, I think it's safe to assume that Dr. Manhattan from the Watchmen messed up something in the DC universe involving time, and that's why we're having all these mysteries like the comedian's button in the Batcave, Wally West returning, Saturn Girl, who's from the I can't remember the name off the top of my head.
The Legion of Superheroes.
Legion of Superheroes, trapped in jail and saying she has to save the future, save the cheerleader, save the world. That whole shtick. But you might be wondering why all this matters. And basically, after this event is now over, we're getting several tie-in issues, kind of serving as epilogues coming up. Like in, I believe, Supergirl, we're going to be seeing Emerald Empress appear again, and Supergirl, Batgirl, Batman, and Superman are all teaming up to fight her, but I feel like we should keep our eye on that because it does talk about them breaking into a jail. Now, it doesn't say specifically which jail, but we can go ahead and assume that's Arkham Asylum. So that's going to deal with the Legion of Superheroes and Saturn Girl there.
I'm really interested to see where the Legion goes because in a lot of comics nowadays that I've seen that they like to reference the Legion in some way. Like some past event reflects on the Legion, or somebody from the Legion was talking about it. So what I really want to see is that we haven't seen any events of the Legion. We haven't seen anything going on with them whatsoever. So what I'm wondering is that how maybe the future's changed so drastically that they're not even existing anymore. Maybe Saturn Girl's the only one that got out or something. We don't know.
That's an interesting theory that maybe she kind of escaped the future before time was warped.
Yeah.
It gets really confusing with this whole DC Rebirth because they're just trying to kind of rectify the mistakes they did with their new 52 relaunch, kind of make everything back to the way it was. That's why we have a pre-Flashpoint Superman now in this universe, serving as the main Superman.
And he's an awesome character. He is an awesome character.
He's fantastic. If you guys haven't been keeping up with what's his name? Tomasi's run, Peter Tomasi, go check it out on our channel or just go check out some of his comics in general. It's been fantastic. They've really been bringing back some of the energy that Superman's been lacking recently.
So let's wrap it all back together though. So Maxwell Lord has the Eclipso Diamond. He's sitting in the White House, thinking he owns the world before the Eclipso Diamond pretty much takes him over, and Eclipso is pretty much fully reborn through Maxwell Lord.
Yeah, and then basically in the end, the Justice League team up with the Suicide Squad to take Eclipso down, utilizing both Killer Frost and Superman, kind of mirroring what they did in the beginning of the issue, how they took the Justice League down to take down Eclipso. And we just get a series of small, little epilogues to see what happens to each individual character. We already kind of explained what happens with Emerald Empress, but it looks like Rustam has the guy with the flaming sword. I don't know if we explained who he was.
We just mentioned that he was a part of the first Suicide Squad, but yeah, he pretty much he has this sacred weapon, and he's actually got burned by Harley Quinn with it because I guess Harley Quinn's supposed to be stronger than him and know how to use the blade better than him.
But Harley Quinn, they're just...
Yeah, but besides that, so he decides to go on another killing spree, determined to get back at Amanda Waller. Emerald Empress is doing her thing for Saturn Girl. Dr. Polaris is reveling in the fact that he's gone crazy and killed people again. It's driving him nuts.
He's going to be in, I think the next Green Lanterns arc, featuring Simon Baz and Jessica Cruz. He's the next big villain for them.
I'm really interested to see where that goes, because I like Dr. Polaris. I like his design, and I like his idea. Just him going nuts at the fact that his power turns him into a whole different person.
Yeah, he's almost like another Magneto character, but just mentally...
It's mentally unstable Magneto, pretty much.
Yeah, so that's kind of neat. What else? Lobo is now part of the new JLA that Batman is teaming up with Killer Frost. Maxwell Lord is going to be part of Task Force X11, So I guess that's now a thing. I guess Task Force X was actually Task Force 10, and we just never knew. It was a Roman numeral month.
And now we're gonna get back to suicide. I'm not even sure anymore.
Exactly. Another interesting thing. Johnny Sorrow's mask was taken off as he is now gone. He is dispersed into whatever he was from.
And now it looks like a woman might claim the mask. And I'm hoping she becomes Jane Sorrow, because that would be a pretty cool name.
There we go. I have a feeling we're gonna really want to keep a lookout for that whole plot line. I have a feeling it's gonna have to do with the JSA.
What happens if Psycho Pirate gets the Johnny Sorrow mask? Oh my god, that'd be crazy.
Oh my god. You love Psycho Pirate though. You'd love that. That'd almost be an event level villain right there with Psycho Pirate and Johnny Sorrow scars. Oh my god. But yeah, so just all these characters are gonna have meaning after this event. They're all kind of still roaming free. So if you really are you want to know everything there is to know about DC Rebirth, I suggest you go ahead and take a look. Just kind of keep an eye out for all these characters. But until then, I think that's it. We basically covered the big what happened with the events and what's going to be going on afterwards. So is there anything else you want to say, Qube, before we log off?
I hope Rebirth ends well, because I'm really interested.
Yep, I completely agree. Alright guys, we'll catch you next time.
Alright guys, later.